No, so into day 9 of this event, and this is the first one of those days where you're going to need the gold versions of all of these cars to actually get the blueprints unlocked for the Evija itself. Now, the thing about them is, though, for condition's sake, you can still come in here and do the credits portion, which is just to finish the race, and you can do that in any one of the support cars as long as it exceeds the 2123 rank. So you'll be able to do that for the following days as long as you have one of the higher ranked cars. But like, the only problem people are going to have is obviously the fact that, like, if you don't have gold rated cars now, your game ends here pretty much, because this is all just gold all the way along here for blueprints. And it's kind of like myself and Ziggy said during our long discussion about this event. Yeah, this one, it's really not just a car you are going to kind of stumble into and unlock naturally. It kind of sucks in that regard, and the fact that the car itself kind of sucks anyway. So even at this stage, like with the amount of this that I play, and myself and Ziggy recorded another thing which I'm just in the process of editing, but yeah, it is likely that as much as my garage was prepared for this event, the way the Honda Epic Import parts work out, I'm still relying on a bit of luck when it comes to actually being able to get this one unlocked. So even with like a near perfect garage ready for this one, with the exception of paying out 20 or 40 euros for some Epic Import parts, which I'm definitely not going to do, yeah, do not feel bad in the slightest about missing out on this Evija. It will reappear in a Burst of Speed event. I believe it was a Japanese related Burst of Speed event. There was a festival event on the global version a couple of months after this car had appeared, and there was another 25 blueprints that were relatively easy to get in that, especially in comparison to the ones in these. So definitely don't feel bad if your race has ended with this. You could go maybe play some golf. It seems to be the thing to do when you lose a race. Anyway, Evora 116. Political. But yeah, like with all of these things, it's mostly been a case of just get the car on the track, and yeah, Pattern Win in Scotland, that is not like a complicated track by any stage. One thing I wonder if people have noticed, by the way, is like, I just think it's pretty cool. It depends on the size of the screen you use for the Switch. Yeah, the Lotus Evija itself, the one cool thing about that car, the Lotus icon across the back of the car is actually illuminated from the when the car is turned on. It looks pretty cool. You can actually see it in this one. But yeah, like the challenge for nearly all of these days has just been basically a case of, have you got the car? Yes, you succeed. Which, yeah, I kind of hate that sort of event really, because yeah, like you get paywalls then taking you kind of out of the running rather than actually skill based wins and losses kind of thing, which is a bit of a shame. But yeah, I get that it's easier for them to kind of like tune events like this one a small bit, but at the same time, like, it makes them far less kind of enjoyable for racers, because like I said, there's been events that we've had in the past where like you can get stuck with just difficult races, and then like you could obviously like come back to those for the next couple of weeks and like try out your hand at the skill portion of it. But I mean, there's no way that you can, you know, fix the issues that you might have with this race other than the fact of yeah, can you go to the shop and buy an Epic Import part? If so, you win. If not, unlucky. You didn't buy the import parts. But yeah, there's another bunch of things like, what's that, 3 seconds to the good with the gold version of that car. And like, yeah, that's not exactly the most complicated tracks. AI interfered one time there on a ramp to just stop me from launching, but still, even if like that had went perfectly, I mean, you're talking about 3 seconds of a difference there. And yeah, everyone's going to have that same version of the car. If you're running this race, you should have the Evora, which is another kind of boost machine. So just make sure, if you're having any issues with this one, just to put it into the yellow nitro state when it's flat on the road, not the orange or shockwave states, or perfect nitro when you're on the flats on this. Because like, it's a car that has a low enough top speed, so you do definitely need to be running a good portion of that track with the nitro stat up. Now, As for me and this grind this extra thing for 350,000 things, I'm not going to be doing that. I'm currently still working on the Honda Civic, which is consuming quite a lot of tickets. And it is not exactly like a fun grind, but at the same time, I'm currently at 196 to 194. Somebody in the comment section pointed out that you can use the DS without any interactions with it. I tried it. It can win the race. It can also fail. I would strongly advise going the path that I suggested in that Honda Civic video, which is to start off in the DS or the Elise, Nitro at the start to knock away that AI, and then tap right on that jump down, and then you can just ignore it from there. But definitely, like, you should pay attention at the start of the race, because this one needs to be run like hundreds of times, and you do not want to be leaving it in the kind of that category. With the DS, I did get it once where it ran at like a 44.5 or so, which is really close. And then, yeah, one of the other times it just got hit by the AI at the start, and it didn't make 45 seconds at all. So, yay, now I've got a difference between the two packs on that. So, thank you, commenter, for that one. But no, it's like, I'm 196 packs through this, though. And definitely that car, like, you're probably not going to need all 500 of those, because I didn't buy any blueprints whatsoever, or the packs or anything for that car. And coming up on the 200 mark now, I've got that car at 2 stars plus 22 blueprints. I'm 11 blueprints there off of that 3rd star. And yeah, like I said, I'm not even 2/5 of the way through this car hunt riot. So, like, absolutely going to be maxing that car out from these packs, because yeah, my luck isn't exactly amazing. And again, if you didn't see that other video as well, by the way, absolutely do not use that skip with tokens option on any of these here. Instead, what you want to do if you want to spend some tokens on this event is, when you've got the timer up here and you're running out of tickets or so, just wait until this just clicks down over the 9-minute mark, and then just click A on that to refill your tickets. I wouldn't advise just running it down to 0 and then refilling the tickets for 50, because say, like, if you've left that gauge, say, charge up to like 6 and 7 minutes, and you just spend 50 tokens here, yeah, for one of those 5 tokens, you're only actually skipping, like, say, the last portion of those 10 minutes to get that first ticket. So if you want to really be kind of token conscious with this game, and you definitely should be, yeah, just like I said, wait until that ticks over and refills 1 fuel unit, so that price will go down to 25, and then click A on it so that you can, yeah, top it right up, and then just start your next race again inside here. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. Evija farmed out again for today. It's on the way to being unlocked, but there's a high chance that, like I said, if I get unlucky with that Honda Civic, I'm not going to be unlocking this car. But yeah, it's a B-class car. I was never really too stressed out by it in the first place. And, like, yeah, just watch out for that, what do they call it? FOMA? The fear of missing out? FOMO? That would be more likely. It's, yeah, just like, yeah, don't be worried about the fact if you miss out on a car. It's like, especially not with this one, because like I said, there's people who've got like perfected garages and stuff like that are going to be missing out on this car. And at the same time, it's not exactly like you're missing out on the Jesko, the Chiron, or the Senna. This is, you're missing out on a B-class electric car, possibly at 1 star if you do really well in this event, or 2 stars if you're breaking out the wallet and the credit card. But yeah, guys, that's it for me for this one. Sub button up there, like I said, another long form video for myself and Ziggy on the way. I just need to finish off editing it. Indie games up there, I have 1 done, but I just need to, again, edit and add an intro. And over here you've got my other asphalty stuff. Yeah, it's on to YouTube, whatever's over there, I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, guys, I appreciate it. Click on any of those or leave a comment down below and say what's up. Alright, guys, good luck on the track and happy hunting that Civic.